Thanks, Avery. Then, Benny, I hope you're still here. Benny jumped in. He decided to take over the lap scoring. Our normal lap scorer immigrated to Germany. Gundolf, he's done all the previous events. Benny decided he's going to tackle it. We had a bit of issues this morning, but he got the handle on the software. Benny, thank you very much. No hiccups all day. Is Benny here? Maar Benny, baie dankie hoor. And then the guy, you don't know him, or you might know him, but you don't see his face. He does all our advertising on Facebook. He posts everything and he answers all the questions that you guys have and does all the documentation. Sits in the tower all day long doing scoring and that. Ferry, baie dankie. And then obviously the organizing committee, Norbert, Vido, Russell, Kirsten, our track builder, Jaco Maria. Guys, thanks very much. And then a lady that jumped in, I didn't see her all day and I don't think she is here tonight, but she jumped in. She's helping us out big time to get in sponsors and also for our December event, because that's a very expensive event because we run it over 2 days. Yvonne Maishatz, I don't know if her family is here, but thank you very much for your assistance. Then TV2, these are the guys that have been live streaming the whole day, the whole event. Every single minute has been live streamed. Thank you very much. Then just on a sad note, but not too sad, we had one injury only. We had a couple of bumps and bruises, but only one injury that needed to go to hospital. I was just informed Herbert broke his shoulder. So I'm sure we all wish him well. And I'm sure we'll also see him again in the December race. Now I need my glasses. Okay. We'll go on. We'll go on to the prize giving. No, I'm not going to do MX1 first. Let's do quad ladies. We'll do quad ladies first. We had 3 entries. In third place, Celine Adams. Not there? Okay, I'm sure we can find a Vintuka that'll take it for her. In second place, she's always there, Jolly Fourie. And winning every time, Mike Bochart. Oh, I didn't even check it. Guys, give them a hand of applause. For girls to run a quad on this track is no small feat. Then the quads men, we only had 2 entries today. We had a DNF in the last heat. He fell in the back section there, but I believe it's just a twisted ankle. Not too bad. In second place, Mario Sneyman. Yeah, he's walking, he's okay. Winning the class from Windhoek, Darren Barnard. Hy wou gewoon walvis gaan stort, sê hy vir my. All right. And then the future of the sport. And I'll tell you one thing. We haven't seen it in many, many years, is the amount of juniors that are coming back into the sport. And without these kids, we wouldn't have motocross in a few years' time. So it's good to see that the juniors were full up today. 50s, 65s, 85s, those classes were awesome today. We'll start with the 50s. All the kids get a medal. So I'll call them up. Oliver Matthews. Come, Ollie.
Come here, fella. Well done, fella.
That's in there. Just let them in front here.
That's for you.
Nee. Next one, Duan Steenkamp. We know him in Swakopmund on a peewee. It's the first time today that I've seen him on a KTM senior. And look at the little dude. And he rides that KTM. He only knows one speed. Then Cody Hagen. Is Cody here? No. Okay. Mike and him, Susanna. Just give Mike a...
Just stand over there, please.
Next is Marcos Puck. Lalique Adams. Celine wasn't here, so Lalique wouldn't be. Yeah. Jan Willem Bronkhorst. That's Jan Willem. And now we get to the serious stuff, the podium positions. I haven't been at the MX track for a while now. Just haven't had the time. But I tell you, from the last national to this national, he's come on in leaps and bounds. Divan Duplessis. Yesterday morning, we thought we're going to have to withdraw him. He played around on the gym, and something went wrong, and he ended up in hospital, and he had to get stitches, and worst place of all for a motocross rider, in his leg. So I thought, we're going to withdraw him, and then I was told, no ways, he's going to ride.
Nice.
Did a good ride today, Dylan Kutzer. With his stitches and all. But very proud of them. This kid has been flying. He had a miserable second heat. I think he had some choice words for his father. I could see those lips moving. And baie mooi gery, Johan de Vos. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I know. Might as well, yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you. How's it?
All right, next we have the Clubmans. We had an awesome turnout in Clubmans. We had 18 riders today. And I'll tell you one thing. This first corner, they're all MX1, MX2 riders. They get sorted out after this first jump. But until here, they're all MX1, MX2 riders. But it's always good to have the Clubman riders. They always give a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun on the track. So in third place, Vanjo Kolmets. And I'm sure I heard Leon say earlier today is the first time he ever won a heat today. Hey, Vanjo. First time. Congrats, dude. First time Swako. We know him as a quad rider. He normally wipes everything, and I believe he won the Western Cape Championship as well, if I'm correct. He's on a two-wheel today. Swakopmund.
Well done. Mooi, baie dankie. Mooi gemaak.
You must look at these guys, because these are the guys we need to see next year in MX2, MX1, depending on what bikes they ride. But that's where they should be moving. Winning the class, also a rider that's come on very well and also probably needs to move up, Oliver Grüttemeyer. Ollie here? Well, he's with Herbert in the hospital, so we'll keep it for him. And I want to thank the Swakopmund guys, the Clubman guys, here Ivan and all those guys that have come and joined us. Thanks, guys. I enjoy your bunch. Okay, next we have the rookies. These are the guys that haven't ridden before or are still trying to ride and have done a few rides. There's always like a thin line there of when are you a rookie and when are you in Clubmans. And I had to close an eye or two today because this morning I said if you jumps, you need to go up to Clubmans. But you know what? Let them have their fun. We had 13 rookies, which is awesome. In third place, Amandos Rutja, and this is the first time he's ever been on a track. These are the hockey players. We had an invasion of hockey players today.
Well done. Lekker weer. Thank you.
In second place, Anton Meiberg. Hy en sy boetie was kwaad vir mekaar in die draai. Jy het hom uitgevat, hy het jou uitgevat. Niemand weet eintlik wat het gebeur nie. Winning the rookies today, Rian Kritzinger. We move on to MX Lights. That's the 85cc class. We had 9 riders. And if you think about it, last year we didn't even have an 85cc class. We brought it back. And it seems to be working for the sport as much as for the riders. Good to see we had 9 entries today in the 85 class. In third place, Gerard Meiberg. En dan kan sy boetie sommer kom. Anton vir tweede plek. Hulle is nie meer kwaad vir mekaar nie. Hulle was, maar hulle is nie meer nie.
Wat weet jy?
He came, I know I've seen him only for this year, but he came with a Honda 150, and those bikes haven't been produced in a long, long time, of 150 4-stroke. And he came with his 150 4-stroke competing against the 2-strokes. And he's come on also awesome. Every time I see him, he rides better and better. I know he's going up to a 125 next year. Mark Lowens. All right, on to the 65s. I'd like to call up all the 65s. Max Hagen. Janssen Rousseau.
On the podium, please.
Wynand Cronje. To the podium positions. He won the 50s. He's only been on a 65 a month or two, 4 months, okay? But definitely his very first race on a 65. Johan de Vos. Oh, 4 weeks. I know his dad's been talking about buying a bike for so long, I thought it was 4 months. In second place, all the way from Windhoek, Andre Barnard. He's actually kept the flag flying in the 65s because there's been times where he was the only 65s. So I'm glad he's got a class to race against. Winning the class, we haven't seen him for a long time on a bike. And it's a good thing. Dad and Mom decided it's time for that again. He showed us how well he can ride his bike. He had a disaster in the first heat. Got tied up there at the start. Was very worried that he couldn't win the day. He still managed to win the day. Leon Augenstein. All right, guys. Sorry, I slipped up a bit with the 85 class. We still have medals for the 85 riders as well. He had a fall early on, so I'm not sure if he's here. Dylan Hilfiger. He's gone home. Luke Jones. No Luke Jones. Owen Gous. I see. Luca Brandt. Zoe Waldschmidt.
Well done. There we go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she should get the whole shot prize today. And Dal Davies. Also gone home. Okay, we go on to the 1 to 5 class. This is a class we need to build on because that's a stepping stone from the juniors being MX Lights up to the MX2, MX1. We started very strongly with this class last year and the riders have been fading. But I'm sure next year, I know of a few guys that are going up. I'm sure we'll get this class up and going again. We had 4 entries today. But I'd like to mention the 4th position because she's only one of 2. We had, one of 3 ladies we had today. We had little Adams in the 50s. We had little Waldschmidt in the 85s. And in the 1 to 5 class, Gina Zadlowski. Thank you very much. We need to build our girls. Need to build them up so that they can have their own class. In 3rd place, he hasn't been on the bike all year. He got injured last year at our 2-day event in December. He had a nasty fall. He's a big hockey player, so he took hockey to qualify for the Worlds and the national team. Took off a bit this year. As far as I know, he's only been back on the bike for about 4 weeks. Stefan Barsch, 3rd place. And then we thought he was still in the hospital. In 2nd place, Herbert. I hope you're feeling better, dude. You all right? Let's go around.
Here we go. Wat moet jy nou? Dat sê.
One of our tough MX riders, old Herbert, also has come on leaps and bounds in the last 2 years. Winning the MX 125 class, also a kid that hasn't been riding since 4 years old. He's only been on the bike, I think, 2.5, 3 years, somewhere around there. He got on a bike, also a Honda 150, and he started practicing with it, and it was within a few months that you could see this kid has got talent. Also one of our national hockey players. He's doing exceptionally well in South Africa, races the series down there. I'm not sure we finished in the Western Cape Championship, but he's also in one of the top positions there. Leon Gilchrist, sorry. I didn't have enough whiskey yet, you see. Right? Herbert, we wish you all the best. Heal that shoulder. We need you back in December, remember. It's net 6 weke ou. All right, to our premier class. It's a class that we also need to fill up again, and I'm sure we can take a few of our clubman riders and move them up into MX1 because there's some really fast guys there. Sorry, we're going on to MX2 now. Yeah, MX2, you're right. MX2, we had 8 entries today. Also a class that needs to grow. You guys know we want to host in Swakopmund the Africa Championship in 2021. It'll be the first time since 2009 that Namibia gets it again. And we need to get our riders into those classes. In 3rd place, they left already because he didn't think he was going to get a trophy. AJ van der Merwe. But I think Leon, sal jy AJ se vat? Well, okay. Never mind. JL sal hom vat. In 2nd place, he's also done a few African championships already. Was a very, very good rider many years ago, and then he took, I don't know, forever off. But he got back on the bike last year again. Good to see him, and also to see his dad, Dooley, back on the bike again. Dooley is also one of the MX legends from the old days. In 2nd place, Arno Engels. And winning the class on a 125 against the 254 strokes. Also a guy that hasn't been racing for a while and has now decided it's time to get back on a bike again. Frankie Kloster. All right, and then we've got our Premier class, our MX1 class. We had 5 riders. I want to mention Rudy Brandt. He hasn't been racing for many, many years and decided this morning He's going to enter. So Rudy, thank you very much. Also one of the guys that helps us around here with Swakop and the track. But in third place, where the hell am I? Oh, Ruan Gous. In second place, not on his bike, on Tommy's bike today, Björn Bierbrouwer. And winning this class again, he's super fast. He races in South Africa. He's been overseas racing. We can see the improvement in Markie. He's fast as hell. Markie Sternagel. I remember the days with his dad, Matthew, and Markie. And Markie was like this, with the peewees and the 50s in the boot of the Vito, racing down to Durban to quickly race the next day and come back straight away. Those are the good old days.
I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, especially Sternbau, Extreme Degrees, CrossFit Plus 264. And then I'd like to thank my Oma coming from the farm to come and support me, and my girlfriend that came with for all the support. And then thank you to my parents, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to the Swakop Motocross Club for an awesome track and awesome event. I really enjoyed the track, and it was so much fun today. Well organized. Thanks, guys.
No pressure. No pressure.
Mike, you were the only guy that wasn't thanked for your help and your work today, because you're doing that thanking. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the Swakop team for everyone doing this fantastic event. Nothing to what's the word? Nothing to complain about. Then again, I also like to thank my sponsors. First of all, Tommy, thank you for letting me ride your bike. Yamaha Vinto and Juniorworks Yamaha, thank you for always helping me. And then CrossFit Plus 664, thank you.
Guys, this is it for the prize giving. The bar's open. If I know Norbert, it's well stocked, so please support the bar. There's also still food available. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here on the 19th and 20th of December.